Walled Lake Northern Performing Arts presents Miss Saigon School Edition. Show dates are February 26th through 28th and March 4th through 6th.
Well, without giving too much away of Miss Saigon, it's based off of Puccini's opera Madame Butterfly. You have a girl who ends up on the wrong side of the tracks because that's the only way that she knows to survive, and she meets a U.S. Marine, and from there they fall in love. But this is also at the time of the fall of Saigon, so he's trying to get her out of the city and be his American bride, but they end up getting torn apart. And so from there you see how their lives have gone, one being in Vietnam, the other being in America, and they come together in the end.
Students have been doing every week rehearsals, but sometimes they're only called twice a week, or the next week they're here 3 times. It really just depends on what we need for the day. Sometimes they go to blocking rehearsals with Jared Schneider. One day they'll have a choreography rehearsal with Molly Zaleski, and then another day they'll come and work with me for the big ensemble numbers, or I'll work with just the leads. The lead characters have also been working on the weekends with our vocal coach. Her name is Jessica Fielder, and that's been a really wonderful experience for them. It gives them a chance to work one-on-one with her, and then they come in and work with me too. So they've got 2 separate coaches to work with. All in all, we have a cast of 90 students, and then there are 28 that are involved in the pit, and 10 to 15 usually involved in the tech. So there's over 120 students involved in the cast, which is a huge, massive production. So now that we're in the final month of production, we're all starting to bring all these things together. And one of those things is Sitz Probe, which is a run through with the pit. So the other day we sat down and we started with the first act, and the students were on one side, the ensemble was on one side, and the pit was on the other side. And we just kind of had this entire full rehearsal, a rough run through of the beginning of the show. And it's a really wonderful experience because this is the first time that the pit and the ensemble have come together, but it also kind of gives us a true idea of where we are with our progress and what needs to come together before the production of the show. So Heidi Tigas has been working with the pit. She's been doing that for such a long time. She works so well with the students, and they've been working so hard. This music for the show is incredibly difficult. It's been a very, very tough show musically to learn how to do. So we're very excited for it all to come together.
We knew that the kids, it was time for them to experience a deeper, heavier content. We saw that they were doing such a good job pushing through the bubblegum sense of scenes in Cinderella and Tarzan, that their acting was on point with that we knew that it was time for them to be given something with more depth, something that asks for them to go deeper into themselves and find the grittiness that comes along with humanity.
The students have really been able to meet this challenge head on with the music and with the choreography and with the pit working as well. So it's been a challenge that they've really, really embraced. We had the opportunity to bring in a real Vietnam War vet, and he was able to share with the students his experiences and the things that he struggled with while he was there. So that has given the students a real life opportunity, a real life experience that they can connect to and use in their own performance on the stage.
I think I'm looking forward to the growth, to see, this year we took on 90 kids. So it's one of the biggest casts that we've had, and I'm looking forward to see the kids that never thought that they could do this, proving to themselves that they can, and that they do tell part of a story.
When things start coming together is when the show really does come alive, and the students have been already fitted for their costumes and the choreography starting to come together. So when we get those microphones on them and the pit in the room and those costumes on them, when everything starts coming together, it really does take on a whole new shape for us and for the students. Really making it a real life experience and seeing it all come together, that level of collaboration is really something wonderful for me to watch as a director and producer. Walled Lake Northern Performing Arts presents Miss Saigon School Edition. Shows are February 26th through 28th and March 4 through 6. Evening shows start at 7:30 and matinees start at 2 o'clock. For tickets, please visit WLNmusical.com, or you can contact our box office. We have several different ticket options, so for more information, visit the website or contact the box office. We would love to see you and your family out to come and witness a piece of history at Walled Lake Northern.